Hey guys, it's Poems and welcome to another episode of my Stoke career mode of FIFA 19. And yes, I know it's FIFA 19, FIFA 20 is out, but I want to finish off this season, so I'm not leaving you guys with an unfinished series. So this is episode 21, and obviously we're going to be carrying on from where we left off. So we're in November and December in this episode, playing against K.A. against Arsenal, Everton, Sparta Prague and Leeds in November. And then obviously when we move into December, we'll be playing against Preston in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. Then moving on to small Premier League games, we'll play against Brighton away. The first time we played against Ajax in the Ajax Stadium in this episode. Galatasaray for the final Europa League game, Man City and then Spurs back to back. And then the final two games will be live comment is Bournemouth and Liverpool. Take a look at where we are in the leagues. Obviously we're going through the Europa League first since we're on that page. Galatasaray at the moment top our group. I'm currently in second. Obviously 3 points behind them. For Galatasaray so far flawless, and K.A. against and Sparta Prague down in third and fourth respectively. But we're not bothered about the Europa League at the moment. Premier League is where it's at. Man City so far top in the league. We're 2 points behind them in second. Spurs 2 points behind us in third. Man United 2 points behind them in fourth. You find Chelsea and Liverpool in sixth and seventh. Arsenal in 10th. A bit further down the table you find West Ham, Burnley and Leeds all in the relegation zone, with Leeds United still not picking up their first win yet. So then we're going to start off this episode with some Europa League football, as we are at Bet365 Stadium to host K.A. Ghent to the Bet365 Stadium, and this is another thumping game for us. We actually get off to a great start with Malinowski getting on the score sheet after only 4 minutes on the clock, and we get a second through Ante Rebic, who slots the ball past the keeper with a lovely finesse shot into the corner, and we're looking in great form after only half an hour gone. And after that we move into the second half, and Denis Suarez wants to lay off Rebic, and Rebic can just poke it past the keeper for his second of the game and Stoke's third. And we weren't done. Just before the hour mark, a ball in from Ince to find Rebic grabs his hat-trick and a 4 for us. And in the 80th minute, Mamdouh with a lofted lobber straight over the goalkeeper to put 5 in for us, and 5-0 in Europa League game. It was such a good victory for us. It's all we needed in this to help us keep pushing against Galatasaray to get that automatic spot, or maybe even top spot. Next was Arsenal, and this was again another crazy game with lots of goals. As they start off after only just after 10 minutes, as Dembele gets the first goal of the game, and Helder Costa with a beautiful strike off his weak foot, might I add. Weak foot outside the cool, the swaz on that, as the F2 freestyles would say. There's a lovely shot off the bar and in to beat Leno in goal. Ozil gets one back for Arsenal just before half an hour played, but it wasn't going to stop us getting even more. Upamecano's header from a corner put us 3-1 up, and that was how half time ended. And that's one half of football. If one half of football can go like that, what can the second half do? Zaza is the first person to score in the second half for Arsenal, getting them back into the game. But that is all the goals Arsenal will score in this game, as Helder Costa gets some space here, finds Suarez, who's in acres, and he can poke the ball past Leno, and it's 4-2. We aren't done yet. Denis Suarez can see Sterling in space, and he's going to wrap his foot around it and bend it into the corner and get our 5th of the game. And even still, we want more. Sterling going through yet again in acres of space, and he can hit it on his weak foot too, straight past the keeper, and it's 6-2 now against the former Premier League champions from last season. And this is the victory we needed to keep pushing against Man City as well in this for top spot. 6-2 win. What more can you ask for? Next up was a trip to Goodison Park to place against Everton. As you can see there, Ashley Williams captaining the Everton side, and we go into this as the top goal scorers in the whole league at the moment. But this is like a really quiet game where there's nothing really happened apart from this at the start of the game. At the first 3 minutes, Joe Allen running through, and he can poke the ball past Pickford after only one touch and get an extra goal to his name in the golden boot tally for the season. Like I say, that is how it ended as well. Really pick up a 1-0 victory in this game, but it is a win nonetheless. 3 points is all vital, especially early on, to help us push for that top spot. Next, again, more Europa League action against Sparta Prague. All we needed in this game was at least a point to guarantee us into the knockout stages, and we started off well yet again after only 17 minutes. A lovely ball from Fekir. Costa bustles the defender off the ball, and he can smack the ball into the top corner yet again off his weak foot. Helder Costa has been such an amazing player for us in this season and this series in general. After only 37 minutes, Rebic gets his set first of the game by making it 2-0. Mistake at the back from Sparta Prague led to that chance for Suarez just to poke it home after 52 makes and make it 3-0. And even though there's a bit of a mess up the scoreboard, that's not going to stop Suarez getting his second of the game and Stokes fourth after only 57 minutes. Goals for days in this one. I think legendary difficulty has become really, really easy, as I've noticed as time's gone on. And again, we weren't done. We wanted 5 yet again. And Tyrese Campbell, who were brought on off the bench, gets his first goal in the Europa League and scores in the 90th minute, and we get yet another 5-0 victory in this competition, and that does see us through to the knockout stages with 1 game in hand. Next up is the Premier League against bottom of the table Leeds United, and we got off to the worst start as we possibly could. Half an hour on the clock, and we actually fall behind as Chemo Roof gets the first goal for Leeds. And we don't normally say it so far this season, but we will be behind, and for a good margin of the game as well. We were really struggling to break them down, and it was held by Costa on his last legs. A diving tackle there led for a 1-2. Costa's in space, and he can finesse it into the bottom corner past the goalkeeper and get us a vital point. We weren't going on to get any more out of this game. Helder Costa's here celebrating. He's been a fantastic player for us, but that's all we can manage. Stoke fans aren't happy with that, but if we got at least 1 point, it could have been none, but a point's better than nothing. Moving on is the Carabao Cup quarterfinals, which I do decide to simulate because there was so many games this episode, just to make it a bit quicker because I want to get through this as fast as possible. Barkhuizen gets pressed in the lead, but Ante Rebic equalises after 8 minutes after that goal to put us back in the game. Next in the second half, Ante Rebic scores his second of the game after only 55 minutes and put us in a very comfortable position. And as the game went on, nothing much happened, just some yellow cards for some of my players, but it got wrapped up in the 85th minute as Ante Rebic grabbed his hat-trick and he managed to secure us a place in the Carabao Cup semi-finals, which will be against either Watford, Leicester or Arsenal, which we'll see who it will be against a bit further in the episode. Next up was a trip to the Amex Stadium for the first time ever in this series, playing against Brighton in the Premier League. They got relegated as we got promoted to the Premier League, so we never got a chance to play at the stadium. But we start off well again. Helder Costa again walking through the defence and finessing it into the top corner to give us the 1-0 lead. And then we wanted more again. Sterling grabs his 5th goal of the season by that curling shot past the goalkeeper and into the back of the net. And again, he's not had as many goals as I thought he'd get, but he's been doing well for us. And Gauthier, since Gauthier's been in the side, he's been letting in a few goals here and there, as you'd expect on this difficulty. Is on, and Donny gets Brighton back in the game, but on 67 minutes, Sterling grabs his 6th of the season and puts us into a 3-1 lead, going into the last 25 minutes or so. But that's all we can manage in this one, a 3-1 victory, and we've got something special to show you. Leonel Messi has agreed to sign for Stoke. He was available to sign on a pre-contract, but because this is the final season I'm doing with this series on FIFA 19, I wanted to bring him in. 91 rated. I signed him from Barcelona for £67.5 million and a £300,000 a week. He's going to be amazing. He's going to be joining us in January in the next episode, so I can't wait for you guys to see what he's about. Not that you guys don't know what he's about anyway. Right, next we have got Galatasaray. This is the final game in the group stages. We just felt we're already through. And obviously Galatasaray obviously in top. All we have to do, if we beat Galatasaray, we go top ourselves, but it wouldn't really make a difference for us. I put the second team out there because we're already through, and Chris Wood scores after 1 minute, so it's not the best of starts. And Bruno Martins only picks up a little knock, but it's not a bad knock. He's only got like a bruised shoulder after this game, so he wasn't out for like too long. And Ante Rebic gets us an equaliser 30 minutes after Bruno's knock, and we managed to get the equaliser and put it on level terms. But after that, nothing's happened in this game, and we finished the game off with the 1-1 draw. We go through in second, Galatasaray go through top, and we're into the knockout stages for the 2nd year running. Right then guys, moving into the biggest game of the episode, Manchester City, who were top of the league. We needed a big win against this team to get up to the top of the table, and we start off really well. 22nd minute, Dembele gets us the first goal of the game, puts us 1-0 up. And then 31 minutes on the clock, Dembele comes through again, throws across the defenders and hits the ball in off the post and into that top corner. It's a great finish from him, and we're 2-0 up. It's what we wanted, and we are comfortable, and so far we're already set to probably win this game after so early on. But towards stoppage time in the first half now, Costa turns Alexandro and he finesses it into that far corner and makes it easy for himself to finish it, and he's been on tremendous form, puts us 3-0 up in stoppage time, and like I say, now we should be looking to win this game. Start the second half though, they bring on Kevin De Bruyne, and he does that against Gauthier, smashes it in, brings 1 goal back for him. That's really nothing more than a consolation for him really in this game. Raheem Sterling now finds Fekir on 60 minutes, literally on the hour, and we're 4-0 up, so we're cruising at this point, and we're still going for more. So like the Arsenal game we're going through, here's Sterling to finesse it past his former teammate Ederson, and he's just going to show no disrespect to Man City's former side, and he's going to celebrate putting Stoke 5-1 up in a calm way. Man City again haven't finished though. Danny Williams, of all people, he really shouldn't be in the career mode anyway. I didn't mean to have him in. He scores and brings another goal back for him, makes it 5-2. Then straight up kick off, we want that 4-goal cushion back. That's what we do. John Art runs all the way through with help from Costa and Sterling, I think it was, to run through and get us this another 6-2 win against another top 6 side. And that's twice in one episode. We beat a top 6 side 6-2 in that final score, which is a great performance for us. And here's our Europa League draw. We got to this stage last season where we unfortunately got knocked out by Torino. Torino are in this competition as well still. They're playing against Fenerbahce at the top of your screens there. But we're at the bottom of the screens, as you see. We're starting off at home against PSV. Good side from Holland, so we need to make sure we get a good performance there. Next up is Spurs at the brand new stadium. This was a crazy game. First half was quite calm though. We managed to take the lead. Peter Taylor, an unlikely goal scorer, gets his second of the season after just past the half-an-hour mark. And into the second half, just over the hour mark, Sabitzer gets the ball and smashed it into the near post past Gauthier. I had no idea how he managed to squeeze that in, but it is what it is. João Mario now plays the ball through. It's good football, good passing play. Gelson Martins here scores in the 78th minute. At this point I thought the game was going to be lost. It was hard to break Tottenham down. It was hard to get that first goal. So at this point I thought the game was going to be lost, but we managed to graft well with Malinowski and Costa. Malinowski's going to sprint at defence here against Vertonghen. He's found some space, held by Costa has, and he's finessed into the corner on 83 minutes. And we're back in the game. It's 2-2. And a point might be on the cards. Should be more than happy with against Spurs, but a mistake by myself in the 92nd minute of obviously in the game, and João Mario can just square it to Harry Kane to sweat the ball in, and we're 3-2 down with 1 minute left on the clock within stoppage time. But we're not going to let this go. We're going to run up 2 past it from kickoff straight through. There's John Fatih, stops and turns and puts it into the corner past Lloris, and it ends up being 3-3. It's an absolutely crazy game. Fatih's not going to take nothing from the Spurs fans. He's going to tell them what's up, and we managed to take a point from these guys. And that's it, guys. Back to live Comash, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Right, guys, moving on to the live com segment of the video now, and we're into the end of December now, coming to the end of 2020, and as you see by the Premier League table, we're up in second. We were on top before that game against Tottenham that we drew 3-3 with, and let's say Man City took advantage and they managed to overtake us. But Man City, if you see that on the right hand side of the screen, Man City do play Liverpool away from home, so hopefully Liverpool can do us a favour and beat them, because I'm pretty sure we can probably get a positive performance against Bournemouth, because then we can jump Man City in the table. But look at the rest of them. We've got Chelsea and Spurs in the top 4. Man United hold on to Europa League spot with Liverpool down in 6th, Arsenal down in 8th. You find Watford and Leicester round up the top 10. Fulham and Everton all the way down in 12th and having a great season. And looking down the other end of the table, Bournemouth, who will play next, down into 15th. The relegation zone consists of Wolves, Leeds and Burnley. Burnley at the bottom with only 10 points, Leeds 12 and Wolves 13. And also we are into the semi-finals of the Carabao Cup. Obviously we had to be a bit unfortunate. We had to draw against Arsenal. Fulham couldn't do us a favour in the quarter-finals. They ended up losing. Obviously they lost, didn't they? They lost 1-0 in the end. And so obviously, and we've been drawn against Arsenal. Obviously we got the hardest team, Leicester and Watford, the other teams through. So if we do manage to get past Arsenal, we'll be in the Carabao Cup final with either Leicester or Watford. This is the team I'm going to be using for the next game, which is against Bournemouth at the Vitality Stadium. I only made like 3 changes to this team from the last one I played against Spurs, which is Benitez, the young Spanish right back, coming in to replace Tom Edwards, Joe Allen coming in at centre defensive mid to replace Etebo, and Malinowski coming in for Denis Suarez as well. All of them were a little bit fatigued, but not too much, probably the same about as with Meccano, but I decided to take them off instead. Sterling and Costa are also a tiny bit fatigued as well, but I need them in the side ideally for this match, because This is a tough match. I still need to get a positive result. Obviously, I actually turned on a goal news for the Liverpool-Man City game, hoping that Liverpool can do us a favour and not beat Man City. So, without further ado, let's head down to the Vitality for this game against Bournemouth. Bournemouth's team then. Boric is in goal. We got, I think is that Tommy Smith might be at left, right back. Tyrone Mings there at left back. Fraser in the side. Loftus-Cheek brought in from Chelsea. Callum Wilson in behind. Surridge in the forward position. They even got Nathan Ake on the bench as well. So it's a good strong side. The Bournemouth are rocking. Bournemouth are always a tough side to play against. But we're looking for 3 points, so let's get out there and do it. Ryan Fraser plays it back to Mings. Playing it out towards the edge of the box, Loftus-Cheek. And it's fell to Surridge. And Surridge, the ball was fell to him. And it's his first time into that bottom corner past my youth goalkeeper, G.O.A.T. A ping pong as well, the ball came through, pinged off Fekir, found the way through, and he took no chances of that, and he turned and shot on his first attempt. Enough Caroline to just bend it around the keeper and into that corner, and after 10 minutes we find ourselves 1-0 down. This is a tough task now, it's made it even tougher with Loftus-Cheek yet again. Jarlin gets a lovely foot in there, and now we can break from this. It's 1-on-1 now, or 1-on-2. Got the keeper and the defender. Bournemouth won that battle there. Should have done better with Dembele. And there's Fekir to Dembele. They're standing off him. We're going to have a crack with Dembele. You don't stand off Dembele. When he can shoot like that, he found the bottom corner with precision and power then. And he's run over to the Stoke fans who have travelled all the way down south to celebrate this goal with them after 35 minutes. It was just walking through, defence was standing off him, giving him too much room, put it on his right foot, and he hit it straight in that corner. Boric with no chance, it was too far out of his reach there. Defender slid down, keeper had no chance. In the bottom corner, and we're back into this game now. 1-1. Couldn't get to Costa in the end. And there's a half-time whistle. we go into the break with a scoreline 1-1. It's been hard to break them down. We haven't had our forwards really doing too much in the game. Dembele's got the goal for us, but Costa had that one chance early in the game, but still he hasn't really done a whole lot in this game. Hopefully he does more. And Fekir's got the ball in the box. Oh, he's turned and shot and it's gone wide. Focusing up on my passes again. But the shot I didn't focus enough on. It went well wide of the post. Nakamba back to Cook. That is marvellous, Nakamba. Don't tell the master books about Nakamba being in the game. Managed to play the ball out here. And we can again. We are working it well. We found a gap here. Dembele's through. He takes the shot. And Dembele on 72 minutes has put us into the lead for the first time in this game. A magical man that we brought in from Leon at the start of the season has scored so many goals for us and helped us to this drive to try to get to the top of the table. It's a brilliant strike. Defender sliding in at the last second there. Dembele unfazed by it. He's going to put a lot of power into that. And now we're in front. And 3 points might be on the cards in this game. There's still a bit to go, but looks likely. As Dembele gets his 10th goal of the season. After only 18 games. Bournemouth 1, Stoke 2. Fekir. Costa to Dembele. Is Sterling going to make some sort of run? He's not. We managed to win the game in the end. I did try to plan for some subs to come on towards the end, but they never got a chance to. But we didn't need them. We managed to come away with 3 points from Bournemouth. who did take the lead through that shot from 10 minutes from Surridge from just a turn and shoot. Dembele gave us hope by putting us back on level terms in the 35th minute, and then scoring the winner for us in the 72nd and getting us those 3 points and hopefully getting us to the top of the table. Right then, here we go again. This is for the final game of the episode. This is probably the final game of also 2020 as we take on Liverpool at the Bet365 Stadium, going with a full strength team yet again. So Edwards, Etebo and Suarez all come back into the side. I feel like they were a big key that we really missed in that last game against Bournemouth. Even though we beat them, we still missed that extra spark from those players. So I brought them back into the side. And I was saying, again, I'm going to turn on the goal news for... I can't turn on the goal news for the Man City game. I don't know where it is. I can't see it. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to leave it for now. But we're going to get into this game against Liverpool and see if we can get a victory. Let's have a look at Liverpool lineup for this one. Bogdan is the #1 goalkeeper in the team. Juan Fran's in at right back, with Gulam at left back and Joe Gomez at centre back. Lallana, Henderson and Wijnaldum in the midfield, and Salvio, Roberto Firmino and Mane all up front. Salah's actually on the bench as well, and also with Van Dijk. So Liverpool just not running the full strength side this time, but I reckon it's a beatable team, and 3 points can be on the cards here. So let's go down and get those 3 points. Let's work hard for it. Let's go. And we'll rip it in with Sterling. Ball's into Fekir. Upamecano's header. It's fell to Suarez there. He couldn't get a shot off, not even though I wanted him to. The Liverpool got the ball out towards Mane. He's played it back to Wijnaldum. Set Salvio through. Etebo's got to catch up. And Salvio has put Liverpool 1-0 up. From our corner, Liverpool broke very well and with pace, and we couldn't catch him. Laid it off to Fekir. Oh, it's worked well. I was silent again because I wanted to focus up, and Dembele laid off Fekir, who I just decided to pull the trigger with. And on 35 minutes yet again, just like the Bournemouth one, at the same time, we get the equaliser in the game. I was focused up and I was just trying to find some space. Dembele just turned around, Fekir in lots of space, and he's put that so far in the top corner that Bogdan is not getting to that. And again, a former Leon man has given us the equaliser in a game. 1-1. Juan Fran. Very well passed from Liverpool. They've played it through again, and they scored again. They were passing the ball with such precision there. I couldn't get the ball off them. Just waiting for it, and Gauthier, I don't know where you're going. Mane can just put that ball into an empty net. I don't know what Gauthier was doing out of his net there. He should have just stayed between his sticks. And we find ourselves down. It's a good work goal from Liverpool, but poor from our point of view. And we're down again. 2-1 Liverpool. And Mane gets his 10th goal of the season. And I send Sterling on a run. It's into the box now. Sterling finds Costa. Can he finesse it? It's a save from Bogdan. We're almost coming into the 5th minute of +3 of added time at the end of this first half, and we've got a corner. Fekir to swing it in. Dembele near post. It's up well and over top of the net. And it's half time. We are 2-1 down. The second goal from Liverpool was well worked from their point of view, like I say, but from us, it wasn't good at all. Gauthier should have stayed in this net. We've got work to do in the second half to try get back in the lead. Hopefully, we need to get in front. Movement. Referee's in the way, like. Dembele to find Fekir. It's a penalty. It is a penalty. Gomez has brought down Fekir just before we took the shot on. And on the hour, we got a chance to tie the game up for a second time. Fekir took the shot. It's a foul on the edge of the box, and we do have a penalty. We have a chance. I'm not great at these. I can only hope. Who am I giving it to? I'm going to give it to Dembele. He's got the best penalties out of the lot. Let's go. Going to go to the left to start with. Switches to the right. It's weird. I sent the keeper the wrong way. 61 minutes on the clock. Dembele puts us back on level terms for us. And we do need that. We need to start pushing from this now. We've managed to get a bit fortunate to find a way to find ourselves back in this position. Now we need to push on. Stoke 2, Liverpool 2. Etebo to Dembele. He's found Fekir, and Fekir has broke the defence. He's taken the shot, and Nabil Fekir has put us in front. 3-2 it is now, 67 minutes on the clock. We've turned it around, and we're in the driving seat. As Fekir gets his second of the game. If he would have had that, if he would have took that penalty, that would have been his hat-trick, but I thought Dembele would have been the best to take it. But he made a good run there, the Fekir did. Broke the defence. Liverpool were shocked from conceding that penalty, and we're in front. Stoke 3, Liverpool 2. Gone ultra defensive now. I'm not losing this lead. Here's Etebo. Just going to keep hold of the ball. Tierney. Up to Dembele. Here's Sterling. Gives it to Fekir. He's on a hat-trick. Why not have a go? Blocked. We're into 3 minutes now. There's the full-time whistle. And we've managed to get the win against Liverpool. Man City could do it, so could we. And we needed that. Went behind twice from 2 goals from Liverpool and 2 well-worked goals from Liverpool, but enough grafting worked out well because we managed to get the 3 points in the end. And the halfway season we're up into second at the minimum, but are we up to the first? We'll have to find out, but the final score is Stoke 3, Liverpool 2. Right guys, we've reached New Year's Eve now. There's 1 day left for 2020 and we just need to have a look at this Premier League table. We need to see if we are on top or are we still in second place behind Manchester City. And we are on top. I didn't expect that. We have managed to get ourselves on top of the Premier League table at the halfway point of the season. Manchester City have actually lost the game. Let's have a look who they lost to. It's scrolling down. Where are we? 30th of December. They lost to Fulham. Fulham have beaten them away at the Etihad by 2-1, and they have severely helped us out there by making them drop points. Then we do manage to take the advantage of that and jump them in the table. Spurs and Chelsea wrap up the remaining Champions League spots. Man United still holding on to that 5th position, and we're 13 points still greater than Manchester United in the Champions League spots. Liverpool in 6th, Arsenal down to 8th. So Fulham find themselves in the 10th position. Further down, Everton down into 13th. Not going well for them, but it's Leeds United, Burnley and Newcastle all in relegation zones. Wolves are also on 17 points, not doing great either, but it's those 3 down there. So yeah, that's the end of the episode guys. Obviously you guys know that Leonel Messi is going to be joining us literally the next day, so let's advance forward to the 1st of January to see Leonel Messi in that beautiful Stoke City kit. And there he is, the Argentine. He was a one-club man. He isn't anymore. He has left Barcelona, and Leonel Messi has joined us for £67.5 million on the 3-year deal at £300,000 a week. He's going to be a great addition for the side. This is the final season of doing the FIFA 19 because FIFA 20 is just around the corner, and Leonel Messi is going to help push for that last hopefully for that title. It's going to be a key player for this. So thank you guys for watching this episode. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you do it a like. If you haven't, drop a dislike. Let me know why. Dislike it in the comments below so I can improve these videos. If you're new, be sure to subscribe because not only do I do these videos, but also do my matchday vlogs as well on my channel. All the Stoke City home games that we'll be doing. I just covered the Bristol City one, which is on my channel if you want to go check it out. Next one I'll be doing will be Nottingham Forest, which is a nighttime kick-off on a Friday. So expect that vlog to come out quite late on that Friday night. So hopefully if any of you guys are going to it, I hope to see you there. Anyway guys, thank you guys for watching this video. This is Pones, and I'm signing out. Peace.